Stormstrike! Stormstrike! The time had finally come. Reaching level 20 unlocked the highly anticipated Stormstrike. And it just kept getting better for the level 20 to 30 bracket. Hey, it's GeeKay. Welcome back to part 2 of our discussion, is the Enhancement Shaman fun to level? The Shadowlands leveling rework delivers spells at a much better pace than WoW has had for quite some time. Nearly every level feels impactful, rather than having to wait 10 or so levels in between key abilities. Now that Stormstrike was in hand, we had the enhancement spell. This was the key identifier that makes enhancement stand out from the rest of the shaman specs. Stormstrike energizes both of your weapons with lightning and delivers a massive blow to your target, dealing physical damage. It has a base cooldown of 7.5 seconds. What's amazing about Stormstrike is that it replaces Lava Lash for the go-to must-press button now. Remember in video 1 when I said,
Lava Lash just feels like it's a kinda hit me when I'm available button, but it's not the most important spell to hit if 2 spells are off cooldown at the same time. We'll talk about that later.
Stormstrike is why. Because Stormstrike is amazing. It's the hardest hitting spell in the rotation, excluding a few talents, but that still doesn't devalue the amount of work that Stormstrike does. At level 20, once it's unlocked, it chunks enemies, and a few auto attacks later, they're dead. By its looks alone, congratulations, it's an easy 5 out of 5. You can see Stormstrike striking and a thunderous crackling with each use that is distinctively unique. Seriously, volume max goodness is the best way that I can describe Stormstrike. It's still worthy of its name and is a true icon of not just the Enhancement Shaman, but all of World of Warcraft as well. For gameplay, Stormstrike does start as a simple 3, just like Lava Lash, but that score quickly changes as we pass level 25. So we need to hold off on scoring Stormstrike's gameplay factor score. First, let's talk about the level 25 talents, which is our second major spell set that we pick up on our way to level 30. The level 25 talent row includes Storm Flurry, Hot Hand, and Icestrike. On my playthrough, I chose the recommended talent Storm Flurry, a passive which gives your Stormstrike a 25% chance to strike an additional time for 40% damage. It's a simple damage booster talent, but it makes Stormstrike extra crunchy, and I loved it when it procs. Initially, I leveled so quickly that I did not try Hot Hands or Icy Strike from level 25 to 30, so I had to go back and try it on my level 50 Shaman and pretend like I was level 25 again. I'm quite genius. Hot Hands gives your auto attacks made with Flame Tongue weapon active a 5% chance to reduce the cooldown of Lava Lash by 75% and increase its damage by 100% for 8 seconds. Did you catch all of that? No? I didn't at first either. The talent is quite the mouthful, but here's what it does. When it procs, Lava Lash becomes somewhat spammable because its cooldown is much shorter than 18 seconds when Hot Hands is active. It gives you a nice filler when Stormstrike is on cooldown. That doesn't last long, however. At level 27 and 29, we learn 2 iconic passives, the first called Stormbringer, and the next called Maelstrom Weapon. You see, Stormbringer adds a chance to reset the cooldown of Stormstrike when you deal damage with your special attacks. Stormstrike, as we know, is the hardest hitting spell of the rotation, and demands to be smashed every time it's up. When Stormbringer procs, you are going to hit Stormstrike, and it doesn't feel good to have hot hands ready while Stormbringer is firing off like fireworks. This made hot hands seem like it wanted to take away from the glory of Stormstrike and turn you into some kind of a flame shaman. But since the damage bonus of hot hands doesn't really make it better, you'd be losing out on a lot of damage. Sorry, hot hands, you're too interfering with the intended rotation. Icestrike fared a lot better than hot hands. Icestrike hits your target with an icy blade, dealing frost damage and snaring them by 50% for 6 seconds. Successful ice strikes reset the cooldown of your flame shock and frost shock spells. The benefit of Icestrike is that you can use it when you need it as a filler to try to achieve more procs of Stormbringer. If Stormstrike isn't ready, hit Icestrike. No proc? No problem. Just hit Frost Shock or Flame Shock again. This handy spell adds to your available chances for reliantly fishing for Stormbringer procs, and was definitely fun to weave into the rotation. A definite big brain shaman player is needed to operate it accordingly. For its art/theme score, I'll give Icestrike a 3 out of 5. The sound effect for the spell makes a nice chilling whoosh, but the animation looks way more like wind and far less like ice. It's called Icestrike, not Chilly Breeze. But it's a 5 out of 5 for gameplay fun factor. It's a solid spell fitting of an Enhancement Shaman. With all that, it took me another 3 hours and 10 minutes to reach level 29, bringing our total leveling time to 5 hours and 25 minutes. Now, let's get back to finalizing our scores. Stormstrike with Stormbringer is a 4 out of 5 for its gameplay. It's not quite a 5 out of 5. The added surprise of having Stormstrike available is fun, but sometimes it doesn't proc reliantly enough and can leave you wanting more. But still, it is amazing. So, our final score for the level 19 to 29 bracket is 8 out of 10 for artwork and 9 out of 10 for gameplay. The Enhancement Shaman definitely picks up pace here, and I'm going to love finishing this process for the next video. Yeah, so I did the math, and with the plan being to release one video per week, the pace that I was going to have like 120 plus videos, which would be insane over 2 years of content. So instead, I'm going to try to move these into once a week, but less videos, or maybe even 2 videos per series. Anyway, part 3 next week to finish the Enhancement Shaman. Please leave a like on the video and subscribe for more great content. We'll see you next time.